What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, Twisted Barbell. So today we're taking a look at the lat low row attachment for the PR-4000 power rack, and that's what you see centered here at the back. It requires the addition of the rear bar stabilizer, which you can see here in red, and the bottom of the lat low row attaches to that with those two bolts that you see in silver, as well as up in the top to the rear cross member that attaches to the two uprights in the rear. And you see one bolt here and one bolt on this side. And this allows for a secure mount as well as providing stability. Now, I've had questions from various viewers on YouTube asking about the additional height that the lat low row attachment creates. So I'm giving you a close-up look here. You can see the top of the attachment is wedged between two of the floor joists. I have a tape measure set up right now so you can see the exact height, and I'll show you what that is. So my uprights here are at 80-inch height total, and you can see there's a little bit of a gap between this and the floor joist. I'd say it's about 3 or 4 inches, but I will show you the difference. And here you can see a close-up look of the lat low row attachment as it sits above the rear crossbar. All right, so that's it there. And then if I come across, you can see here past the weight horns with the small weights, this is the rear attachment. And it comes up 2 bars with the pulley system that come all the way down and land here at the bottom. You have the weight horns that hold various weights up to 400 pounds according to rep site. And then you have the feet down at the bottom here, where you can bolt it down to the floor if you choose. And then it also hooks up in the back to the rear bar stabilizer with another pulley there for the low mount and feet placement, along with pop pin that you could pull to adjust that foot placement plate to various different lengths. So the total height of the lat low row attachment for my 80-inch PR-4000 power rack comes out to 83.5 inches. So you see here 80 3/4 plus an additional 2 3/4 of the tape measure body equals a total of 83.5. However, there's one additional bit of height that I want you to be aware of and consider. So let me show you what that is. This pulley system right here. So when they say that the lat low row accounts for an additional 3 inches of height, they are correct. So this crossbar here is 80 inches, the same height as the uprights. And then you have an additional 3 inches here. But the pulley that you see comes out on both the top and the bottom in equal amount. So I already said that totals 83.5. And here you have an additional ½ inch. So 84 inches is the entire height that you would need for the 80-inch rack. But I have this little wood piece here to keep the HVAC pipe off of the lat low row so that the pulley wheel can freely spin without interference from the HVAC pipe. So keep that in mind. All in all, I've been very happy with the lat low row attachment. As I've said in several of my videos in the past, I'm looking for a great deal of versatility from my power rack. I can do a variety of exercises from the top, a variety of different exercises from the bottom. Sometimes I can do a full workout using just a lat low row attachment, like for back and biceps. Additionally, you can hook up the belt squat if you have one and create more versatility doing belt squats and various other exercises that you could see from Rep's videos on YouTube or their website. Today, I want to show a new item I got from Rep for my PR-4000 power rack, and that is the new stainless steel lat bar. So here it is, fully stainless steel, solid, has knurling in multiple spots, 6 different locations, all on all 3 per side, with the rotating mount. So taking a look at this lat bar, you can see how it compares to the multi-grip globe pull-up bar from Rep for the PR-4000 rack. And a similar angle to the bend, almost the same length. This is a 48-inch lat pull-up bar, which, as you can see, extends out beyond the posts, the uprights. but this has it's a narrow grip. I'd say probably around 27 millimeters or so. Has knurling in 6 different locations. And I'm going to take this inside so that way I can show you the difference between this and the included pull-up bar. And this is in place now, hooked up to the high mount of the lat low row. And you could see it compared to the original included lat bar. Significantly different diameter. I'd say this is about 27 millimeters. And it's also obviously much wider. This bar is 48 inches, which protrudes beyond the rear posts or the uprights on both ends. But thanks to the bend, it fits just below the cross members from front to rear. You are able to store the 48-inch stainless steel lat bar and the hooks from the lat low pull down system. You just have to turn the bar handles sideways or up so you can put it on top of the cross brace, and then you're able to store that successfully. This is solid, this is hollow. You have the rotation ability of the bar here. You can see how the bar rotates in place, whereas this one does not, because this is a fixed mount welded to the bar. So this affects your mobility and range of motion when you're using the lat bar. Whereas this one, with it rotating here in the ring, you won't have any limitations. This is going to be a significant upgrade. You can see the knurling. I'll try to get close. It's a bit passive, not quite as aggressive as, say, my Ohio deadlift bar. But this is going to make quite a difference in grip when you're working out, and your palms might be a little sweaty compared to these rubber grips. Even this texture does nothing for grip, and they tend to rotate and slip on the bar. So the bar might stay still, but these plastic sleeves will slip and rotate around the bar when you're working out and you're pulling heavy weights. Obviously that will not be a factor with this because of the knurling. And as I mentioned before, you have several locations to grip the bar for close grip, standard shoulder width grip, and a wide bent grip. So while we're on the subject of replacement bars, this is the straight tube that came with the lat low row pull down system. And this is the rep solid stainless steel version. As you can see, it has multiple knurling locations for fingers. This is solid compared to this hollow thing. This is lightweight. These rubber grips on the ends don't really stay in place. They're not fixed very well. So sometimes when you're pulling this, they'll slip, and I've had to push them back in the bar because they were coming off of the bar. And as well, you don't have any rotation abilities unless, of course, the grips are slipping because this is welded in place. So that's something to think about. You have added weight with this. This is very lightweight, but in my opinion, for the prices that these additional or upgrade accessories cost, this is definitely worth the money. So speaking to my point about value, I have the Rogue side on the left, the Rep side on the right. We're looking at the stainless lat bars from both. Look at the price here, $165. It's a beautiful bar, just like the Rep bar. It's almost fully knurled from about 2 or 3 inches off center all the way to the end of the bar. Has that nice R stamped into the collar of sorts. But in my opinion, certainly not worth $165. It's the exact same 48-inch length as the Rep bar, and the diameter is very similar. As I said, I feel like the Rep stainless bar is about 27 millimeters, which I would equate to about 1 inch in diameter, whereas the Rogue bar looks like it's 1.125 inches in diameter. But look at the Rep bar, as I've shown you, has knurling on the outside for wide grip, shoulder length, shoulder width grip, and a close grip. Look at the price, $39.99 compared to $165. We're talking $125 difference. For what exactly, I don't know. They're both exactly the same length, and they probably weigh about the same. Obviously, the knurling is probably different, but I couldn't attest to the knurling on the Rogue bar, and I certainly wouldn't say that it's just like a Rogue Ohio Power Bar or something like that. But nonetheless, is it worth $140 to you? See the difference in diameter pointed out here? That specification isn't highlighted on rep site, so I don't know what it is outside of measuring it, but the rep bar is quite a bit of value. If you're considering these, I know it's difficult to get some of these items in stock right now, but these solid stainless pulley accessory handles are well worth the money. They're significantly heavier than the included bars, like this LAT pull down bar and the straight bar I just showed you. So there's a definite weight difference. These are definitely worth the extra money. If you're thinking about them, I highly recommend them. So one thing I definitely want to note is that due to the extra length of these bars, they will not come out beyond the posts. So if you do certain pulling exercises, they will make contact with the post, and I'm going to demonstrate that now. See, that's the limit of the equipment. So it's something to be aware of. If you're inside the rack and you're seated and you're just doing straight lat pull downs, you got no problem with that all day. If you want to do some kind of pulley system where you're bringing it down like this, you would have to go with either the straight bar or what I use here, the curl bar, and I just grab onto the outer ends. That way I can pull it through the rack beyond the posts. So I'm curious about the weight of this because it's 48 inches of solid stainless steel. So I'm going to put it on my body weight scale here. Okay, 11.5 pounds, which I'm surprised by because it actually feels heavier than that. Really nice piece, and I'm looking forward to working out with it. So here I'm using the low row attachment with the long lat bar to do a modified rack pull. And since the bar is long enough, I'm able to just rest that on the flip down safeties. I gotta say, using this 48-inch stainless steel lat bar has been quite a pleasure. The grip alone is substantially different and a huge improvement over the included lat bar. It's nice that they include the lat bar and straight bar, but really, if you are feeling like it's kind of cheesy or substandard quality, you're definitely not alone. And the stainless steel attachment upgrades are definitely worth it. Trust me. So here I get a nice burn with this exercise. I'm not sure what it's called, but here I have my personal cheerleader and backup dancer cheering me on, motivating me. This is my muse, my lovely better half. She's having a good time behind me, making me crack up, getting the old school grooves in. So here I'm doing the low row with the close grip attachment, which I really enjoy. It feels nice. It's a definite, very nice pump with this handle. This is definitely one of my favorite back exercises. Now I'm using the curl bar with the wide grip for low rows. Target the lats from a different angle. And this too provides a very nice burn. I'm very happy with these handles for a variety of different exercises. As you can see, I'm using the curl bar for curls, standing curls, and I get a nice pump with the curl bar. And it's kind of a nice change and different than having to stack weight plates on my curl bar and balance that on my safety straps, which is, it's good, it works. She's still going, just like the Energizer Bunny. Makes it hard to keep a straight face. But here I'm doing seated curls with the D handle, like the one you can see hanging from the rack in the back. And these are like a concentration curl. And this is a very effective curl with the low row part of the lat row attachment as well. For me, variety is king, and this attachment is well worth the money. Here I'm doing face pulls. I have Jeff Cavalier from Athlete X in my head all the time, reminding me I have to do face pulls on a daily basis. And it's a little difficult doing it from the top of the rack because of the limitations with the way the cable comes down, but I found I could do these laying down on my bench. And so here, the only thing I'm doing in this workout today that wasn't utilizing the lat low row system are dumbbell shrugs. All right, well, that's the review on the stainless steel accessory handles for the lat low pull down system, as well as the lat low pulley system itself. And if you're on the fence, if you have a PR-4000 or 5000 power rack and you're considering it, by all means, it is a worthwhile investment because it adds a lot to the repertoire and versatility of the rack. I appreciate your time here with me on this video again. Thanks.